Look. We can't have the two of you in the same room together. Joe, can you step out for a minute, please? I mean, Joe, come on, give us a break. We're trying to film here. Right in the middle of the lowdown, Rocky. Joe DeFalco's got to come in here. And I got to tell you, I mean, I've been watching you guys. This dispute is getting really hairy, man. You just really fire in the red.
Well, you know, Jack, let me tell you, Joe, of course, keeps telling me no. And you know what I say? Yeah. Whatever. You know what? I know he's a little upset. You know what I'm saying? Because I brought some guys back that he didn't want here in FSW. Right. But you know what I say? I don't care.
Yeah, I've noticed about that, about you, Rock. Now, I've noticed he's brought his own guys, too. Now, he's got this Kevin Cross guy walking around. It's his official bodyguard, or...
You know what, brother? I don't know whose payroll he's on, but I'm certainly not going to sign any checks with his name on it. If Joe needs a bodyguard, it's going to have to come out of his pocket.
Well, it must be. I mean, I seen him all over at the last show. I mean, you guys were getting kind of heated there. I guess one of you was in the wrong spot. Now, I'm guessing that was him.
Well, that's obvious. He interrupted a lot of stuff there. He thinks he can just come into the ring, talk crap to all the fans, and I'm not going to allow that here at FSW. I don't care who brought him in.
Yeah, you know, especially you in the ring. I mean, you don't want to mess with Rocky T in the ring. As a matter of fact, we got a little segment going on tonight. I don't know if you...
A little something from the vault!
That's right. We're pulling out one from the vault, and just to show who's really the tough man here in Future Stars of Wrestling, who can take it in the ring and who can dish it out, and I'll tell you who. It's Rocky T right here. We got a Rocky T match from the vault right here on the Lowdown.
And you know what? I got a little surprise for you when that comes. Check it out.
Boom!
And we are ready. Disco Inferno. What an interesting matchup we got going on right now. The Vegas Originals, some of your favorites right there. Jason Partain, Rush, and the big unit going up against Jason Cash, Devin Walker, and believe it or not, the owner of FSW making his in-ring debut, Rocky T.
Well, I'm sure the fans in attendance tonight are all very curious in anticipation of what Rocky's going to be doing in this match. I don't really expect much except maybe beating, and I don't understand why he's basically paid himself in the corner here, and now he's going to realize, you know, you can own the company and act, but get in the ring is completely different.
Oh, there's no doubt about it.
There's Rush.
We even know in training when Rocky was preparing himself,
yes,
that he said he garnered a whole new respect.
Yes, he did garner a whole new respect. I saw him down here training, and let's just say my expectations are minimal at best, but he may surprise me. I mean, Joe, that's professional wrestling. You never know what's going to happen.
Rocky's a big guy. He can handle himself.
But he's not a wrestler. You know, Rocky might do well in a street fight against a little guy, you know, maybe every here and there, you know, maybe pick, like Rocky T's type of guy to pick on somebody, you know, not his own size, obviously. He'd probably do well in a situation like that, but against Jason Partain and Rush, I don't know.
Well, we are going to find out. We got Jason Cash, Devin Walker, the former ref-turned-wrestler.
Yeah.
And accompanied to ringside, Jason Cash's protege, Dave Sosa, getting a little Samstown spotlight.
Let's be honest. Jason Cash is talented, correct?
Correct.
But would you say that maybe he's made some questionable decisions on who he aligns himself with?
Well, I think Jason Cash is a good guy, and Dave Sosa, as we've talked about in the past, didn't appreciate some of the things Rush and the Vegas Originals did to him, and he went to Jason Cash and asked him if he would help him out, and Jason Cash agreed.
Well, Jason Cash must have a lot of confidence in his own abilities if he's going to align himself with a rookie, a referee, and an owner, and go up against the Vegas Originals. I don't understand what's going on through this guy's head, because I've seen him. He's talented. He's got skills, but he could have picked some better guys to team with. He could have. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I'll lace up the boots anytime against anybody. I don't care. He could have come and asked me. Say, hey, I need some help here and everything. I would have said no, but he could have asked. Instead he's got the referee. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
Well, I think Jason Cash just wants to get his hands on the Vegas Originals, and the other guys are going to go along for the ride. I got to believe that Jason Cash is going to be the man in this match most of the time.
Well, what if the Vegas Originals get their hands on Jason Cash's partners.
Well, then Jason Cash is in for a very long night.
Well, his partners would be in for a very long night. I mean, his partners wouldn't be too happy with, them putting them in this precarious situation. Do you agree?
Oh, well, I definitely agree. This.
Let's be honest, Joe. Okay, Jason Cash is paying these guys a considerable amount of money to be his partner because there's no way these guys would team with Jason Cash and wrestle these guys. And I don't know what Jason Cash is doing or why he's doing this to these guys, but I don't know.
As we've seen, Rocky T has had his issues with Jason Partain for a few months, and Rocky T's just had enough, and now Partain's going to get his opportunity to put his hands on the owner, and I think he's looking forward to it.
I would look forward to it, too, if I was Jason Partain, the way he's been treated. Look at that.
And again, every time we see Jason Partain, the one thing we always talk about is unbelievable power and strength.
He's a super strong guy.
Jason Cash is about 6'5", 280, and he just threw him across the ring.
Yeah.
And a little arm drag takedown, and Jason Partain is showing off in front of the Samstown crowd tonight.
Well, he's doing pretty well to start off.
Jason Partain, in the past, he took some time off, but he's had some television matches in the WWE with Bobby Lashley and Tajiri in the past.
Love to hear yourself talk, don't you, Joe?
I'm just stating some facts. And look at this, he's pressing him up. Nothing but strength and power from Jason Partain, and Jason Cash probably is thinking about making a tag, but to who?
He's getting punked. I mean, I'm sure he didn't expect to start the match off like this.
Well, I figured he thinks that he would get things started early. A couple of shoulder blocks, and neither man moves. And look at that. Cash has probably got about a 4 or 5 inch height advantage on Jason Partain. Nice hip toss.
Japanese arm drag.
Yes, Jason Cash bringing out the arsenal tonight. And the
Wow.
big slam going for a quick count. Doesn't even get a 1.
He gave it right back to him, though, huh, Joe?
Yes, he did. You're not going to count Jason Cash out. He's not going to give up because Jason Partain punked him a couple times.
Whoa! Sidewalk slam.
Spine buster. Another 1 count for Jason Partain. And there you go. There's the equalizer, the poke to the eyes, Disco. You've used that on over 3,000 occasions. You know that move well.
Never been disqualified doing it either.
And there he is, the Vegas legend Rush. In for the first time. And look at that, the boot right to the side of the neck in the throat area.
Rush has really punked Jason Cash out this past couple months here on TV. Would you agree with that?
He has an undefeated record against Jason.
Embarrassed him.
And I don't think he's embarrassed him. I think because of the Vegas Originals, it looks like Cash had him beat on a couple of different occasions, and because of maybe the help that Rush had, cost Jason Cash some victories.
Well, it's questionable.
And look at this, he's making a tag. Devin
Devin
Walker on the second rope.
Well, I guess trying to make the half a dozen or so fans that came to see Devin Walker happy. Let's get him in the ring, give him the running worth.
I hear there's at least 13 people.
Really?
Yes. Friends and family of Devin Walker. Asked for almost 15 tickets and supposedly sold them all.
Devin Walker look at that. He's so excited. He's pretty funny. Well, Devin Walker, you gotta pay attention, buddy. Oh.
And there it is. He was playing up to his few fans.
I mean, you can see that coming a mile away. That's just a complete rookie mistake, inexperience. Why does he now have the green trunks on, Joe?
I do not know. Maybe he believes he's a step above the green.
Actually, I think blue, that's like below green, isn't it?
It could be. He's had a lot of time as a ref.
Blue is cold, right?
Blue is cold, yes.
Yeah.
Something to do with Glacier, isn't it?
Green means go.
Didn't Glacier have something with the blue?
Glacier looked like that, right?
With the ice and whatever it was.
Boy, this poor Devin Walker's really in a... Ooh, look, he's trying to fight back.
Trying to fire away with some punches to the midsection, but Jason Partain just drops him with a knee.
Devin Walker, I mean, he looks like the type of guy that probably plays a lot of video games and reads comic books and stuff. Kind of like your typical wrestler today, like that type of guy. But
Crash Test Cody's a big comic book.
Is he really? That's
Yes,
not surprising. I'm sure he probably plays World of Warcraft and Black Ops and video games and stuff, all these guys.
Partain stomping a mud hole, and Devin Walker have yet to see the big unit in the match, or
Bret
Rocky T.
Hart and Ric Flair read comic books on the road, huh? You think Kevin Nash read comic books? You think Hulk Hogan reads comic books?
I know Booker T played video games in the locker room.
Yeah, he used to kick the living hell out of everybody in Madden.
Is that right?
Yeah, he did.
Can you guys play for money?
No, but he used to talk so much trash, too. It was unbelievable. AJ Styles is a good gamer, too.
Is that right?
Yes. Him and James Storm used to have some heated Madden contests in the locker room.
I bet. I remember having some heated ones with Jason Partain many years ago.
Really?
Yes.
So, boy, so that's wrestling these days. Everybody plays video games, huh?
And look at this. The owner, Rocky T, is in.
Oh, no.
And Rush is ready, but it looks like Rocky T is saying he wants Jason Partain
Why would
right
he want
now.
Jason? He should be pointing at the big unit. What does he want Jason Partain? He should point at the big unit.
The only reason Rocky T is in this match, he said, is to get his hands on Jason Partain.
All right, well, look at the shirt he's wearing. Legend Destroyer. Come on, that's kind of boastful for an owner to be wearing. Don't you agree? All right, well, here we go. Rocky T's going to be in big trouble now, I think.
And Jason Partain is listening. He's telling everybody that the fans,
Talk, Joe. Quit talking over him.
he wants to see, the fans want to see Rocky T kick Jason Partain's ass, he said. And Jason Partain,
Laughing at him, I would be too.
oh, and look at that, a kick to the midsection by Rocky T. And look at the strength. Jason Partain's got him up, but Rocky T firing away with some punches to the head. He kind of drops him down.
Whoa, wow, what a move.
Going for the cover, one.
Rocky T drove the head right into the knee. Look at him, he's shucking and jiving now.
Now he's feeling good. He hit a move on Jason Partain.
Jason Partain can't believe it. I can't believe it either. Rocky T get the better of Jason Partain there, Joe.
Yes, he did. And what is Jason Partain going to do next? He's tagged in Rush.
Yeah, Rush is going to get in there now. Oh, come on, Rocky T. Big tough guy now, huh?
Jason Partain obviously wants to get his head on straight. And here's Jason Cash, well rested, firing away with some big rights to the head of Rush. Big clothesline, and down he goes. The cover, 1, 2. What was the referee looking at? Could have cost him the match.
I doubt that.
The reversal by Rush, the duck under.
Big double clothesline.
And they both are down. And the crowd trying to get behind Jason Cash.
Boy, look at this. They got quite a following here with Rocky T's fans and Devin Walker fans and Jason Cash. Oh, no, here comes Rocky T
And here
again.
comes Rocky T. And look at this,
He's
Rush is
begging
begging
for
off.
forgiveness. There it is again. Whoa, Joe. I don't believe it.
This could be it. 1, 2. And Rush is able to kick out.
Uh-oh.
And look at that. Rocky T is in a heap of trouble.
Ooh. He's in big trouble now, Joe.
And look at this. He is trying to choke him out with the second rope. Rocky T's throat. Jason Partain. And look at this.
He's going for the choke. He's going to choke him out, Joe.
He's got on the Legends lock.
That should be it.
And Rocky T is fighting it. He's probably been choked out in many bars in the past, Disco. He might
He's
have.
probably too drunk.
And it's looking like this might be
gonna
over.
choke
There's
his-
one.
He's done.
There's two.
Boy, what a dumb move by the owner of the company to wrestle against. Oh, whoa. What is he doing?
And Rush,
Why did he let go?
he broke the hold. And he's going over to tag the big unit.
Oh, the big unit's coming in now.
And they want the ultimate humiliation. It looks like the big unit. And look at this, Jason
They're
Partain.
barking out orders. Put him in the middle. Put him in the middle.
And Rush and Cash, they are going at it.
Oh, they go out of the ring. What's going on here?
And look
Whoa,
at
what
this.
he's got?
Jason Partain with the taser.
He's got the taser.
And it looks like he's teasing.
Oh,
Oh!
he tasered his big unit.
Unbelievable.
No way! Joe, that's illegal. He tasered the big unit.
That is it. Unbelievable, wrestling fans. Rocky T gets the pin. Rush had him beat in the Legends lock, and he decided to make the tag because the big unit wanted in. And it cost him the victory as Jason Partain's about to taser Rocky T. He was able to hit the taser and tase the big unit.
No, I saw it differently, Joe. Rocky T tasered the big unit maliciously. That's assault.
Unbelievable turnabout here inside Sam's Town Live, and look at that.
Unbelievable.
They are victorious. Rocky T, Jason Cash, and Devin Walker.
Michael Modest, I am happy for tonight because this is your chance to defeat Cash and get your spot back on a full-time roster here in Future Stars of Wrestling.
Right, I'm very excited. For a long time now I've been managing Greg Romero, and might I just say, every time I seem to manage the kid, he seems to win. When I don't manage him, he seems to lose. So obviously I know I'm very important in that role as a manager and a mentor. But my heart, as Joe DeFalco said, my heart is still in the ring. I want to get back on that roster. I want to get in there and do what I do best. Right now, Jason Cash is standing between me and that goal. Jason got no cash. Well, let me tell you something, Jason. You, nor anybody else, including Greg Romero, is going to stand in front of me, getting back on that roster, back in the ring, doing what I do best.
Nobody has a bigger part in the 5-year history of FSW than Michael Modest.
FSW fans, here we are with the real deal with Rocky T. I know it hasn't been on the Lowdown in a while, but I had a great guest here, Scratch with a K.
What's up, brother? I appreciate you having me, man.
Well, I'm glad to have you, brother.
Right on, right.
I got a few questions. Some of the fans had some questions. Let's go back. Let's go back in time a little bit. When Sally got the Manager of the Year award. What the hell's up with that?
I don't know what is up with that. It seems like a ploy of Joe DeFalco's, man. It seems like one of those things. Like Joe DeFalco, I don't think likes me.
Well, I on this one, as much as right now I'm having some issues with Joe.
I saw that.
Yeah, I don't know if it was the fans that voted on that. I'm not sure if it was Joe DeFalco pushing the cards the wrong direction, or I'm not really sure. But it's definitely a travesty.
I'm pretty sure the fans voted for Scratch with a K. I'm pretty sure of that. I'm sure we can look back on that and see the fans voted for Scratch with a K. Now, why they would turn around and give Sally some little plastic trophy and call him Manager of the Year for like a second time? Really? He shouldn't have won it the first time. Come on.
I do remember, if I recall, you had a pretty goddamn nice, wasn't a trophy, but it was a hell of a plaque.
Yeah, man. I think I got the real deal. I got the actual Slammy, I believe.
Where'd that come from?
Where'd it come from? It came from the fans' vote, and then it came from Jack Slammy handing it to me at the. What are you asking me exactly?
Well, I was just curious,
well,
brother.
I'm just curious.
Trophies, plaques. I don't know.
I'm confused, man.
Joe doesn't let me in on any of that stuff, so I don't know who got what, where they got it, and where it came from. You know what I'm saying?
I do. Actually do know what you're saying.
Well, you know what? On a higher note, obviously you're
that's
doing.
Where I'm at.
Yeah, me
That's
too.
where
All
I'm at.
right. Definitely you're doing something right here at FSW. The Whirlwind Gentlemen, tag team champions here at FSW.
Yeah, that's my boys, man. They're awesome.
Well, you know what? Tell us a little bit about what you're doing to make these guys stick on top, because they're definitely on top of their game, Scratch.
Man, we're just trying to keep focused and go out there and, those guys speak for themselves. Those are two of the best wrestlers that we have here in the Future Stars of Wrestling, and they do a very good job of working together as a team, being they've been friends and things like that, and I think that I just kind of keep them focused and ready to go as often as we can get out there and beat somebody's ass.
Well, you know what? I got to tell you, I love watching these two wrestle. Remy Marcel, God, is there a better wrestler in FSW? This guy's phenomenal. They're both great wrestlers. We're happy to have them here at FSW. Manly is like unbelievable. You know what I'm saying? So together, the Whirlwind Gentlemen, I gotta tell you, my prediction is tag teams for a long, long time.
A long,
Champions.
long time. And I plan on making sure that stays happening. I mean, let's remember that I'm the first manager, if not the only manager, to have won every single title the FSW has, which of course was with my boy Remy Marcel, and I feel like I am what a manager should be in the future stars of wrestling. I don't do anything sneaky. I have a lot of fun. I enjoy the company, and my favorite owner, of course, is Rocky T.
Well, you know, I think he's pretty much said it all, fans. Right now, we got some things we got to handle, so we're going to handle them.
Out back. See ya.
Here at the 5-year anniversary of Future Stars of Wrestling, Cash, you are the one thing that stands between Michael Modest and a full-time spot on the FSW roster.
Well, you know, it's weird because the only thing that stands between me and a victory over Greg Romero is Michael Modest. You see, Greg, you have your back turned and your head's in the clouds. You don't see that Modest is putting his hands on me and he's helping you get these victories. It's the only reason you're beating me. But as for you, Michael Modest, I don't give a damn if you get back on the roster, or you're Greg Romero's manager, or you pack your bags and go home. Tonight, everybody feels the cash flow.
Jason Cash, you are determined tonight.
Welcome to the Lowdown. Joe DeFalco and Disco Inferno. There is Cash already in the ring, Disco, and his opponent, Michael Modest, a man that was the commissioner here in FSW. He quit and I had to take over, Disco.
Well, I mean,
And Mike Modest decided that he was going to be part of the FSW roster. I told him we didn't have a spot. Rocky T decided to make him a manager. Now me and Modest came to an agreement. He doesn't want to manage, so he is going to wrestle tonight for his roster spot. Making it important.
Me and Modest have had our issues in the past, but like, you know, the wrestlers that I see on the roster here at FSW, the guys that you are gracious enough to let perform on these shows sometimes. Would you agree? Is gracious a good word to use?
Yes, gracious.
Okay. All right. That Modest not being included as part of the show, you know, in my eyes, he's almost become like a sympathetic figure here. That, like, you know, like here's a guy that, you know, is an older guy, an older veteran,
Former heavyweight champion,
can still perform, and like he's not really being allowed to do it. And like, you know, I mean, I've beat him before, you know, but like, you know, I could probably beat him again. But you know, I mean, look at him. I mean, he looks good out there.
Well, maybe I believe that Mike Modest had gotten burnt out. Maybe Mike Modest got tired, and he decided he didn't want to be the commissioner. Now I just want to wrestle. Well, he doesn't make those decisions, Disco Inferno. And I decided that I'm going to give him the opportunity. And win, lose, or draw, I thank Michael Modest for everything he's done here at FSW. And if he wins, well, let him earn something.
Let him earn something. I mean, it's not like you got, you know, it's not like the roster at FSW is littered with like the Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin, you know, up and down the card and everything. So there's a spot for Michael Modest on the show
if he wants to work hard and put himself back into the mix.
And I'll be honest, for him, he looks in pretty good shape for him. I mean, you know, he looks pretty good out there.
But here's a big match, and he accepted.
And taking Jason Cash on Jason Cash's show here, the Lowdown.
Look at this, the leg drop by Cash. And, you know, we know Modest, one of the dirtiest players in the game, and I wish him the best. You know, if he wins, you know, water under the bridge. Whip into the rope by Cash. The back elbow. As we all know, Cash's daughter is dating Greg Romero, who Mike Modest has been managing up until this point and no longer managing.
And I'm surprised it took you so long to include that dramatic element to this match, which really makes it kind of far more interesting than just Michael Modest wrestling for a job here in FSW.
And Cash putting the big boot to the side of the jaw on Modest. You know, Greg Romero no longer affiliated with Mike Modest. But Greg Romero, you know, does credit Mike Modest as being his mentor, his trainer, the guy who got him to where he is in the business
Yeah,
today.
but now he's kind of like, you know, just kind of turned his back on him a little bit, and like, you know, kind of like, you know, all for Cash's daughter. Which, you know, she's trying to become a wrestler, and I just don't understand the logic in that. Why Cash would want his daughter to be? I mean, maybe he thinks his daughter's gonna be a diva someday. Huh? Is that what he's thinking? You know,
you never know. It's possible.
Maybe he's one of these like fathers that, like, you know, like Jessica Simpson's dad or something, like trying to latch on to the next big thing. Maybe, right?
You know, maybe his career's winding down.
Well, you can't be too happy about her getting saddled with Greg Romero of all people. I mean, maybe Greg Romero is seeing her as maybe like the next diva and trying to like latch onto that next meal ticket.
Tell me something about your daughter. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Mike Modest.
Wait a minute. Just watch the monitor, brother. Just watch who's about your daughter, your baby girl. Greg Romero's girlfriend, your daughter. Just watch the monitor, brothers. You gotta see this, man.
What is going on?
But you're also dating Greg Romero. That kind of makes us like family. Give me a hug, man. Come on. We're like family. Give me a little love. There we go. You got a lot of love. I'll tell you.
See that?
Very affectionate, Mike Modest.
Give me a little sugar.
Kind of affectionate too.
Let me tell you something. It's like this. I can't really show too much more. It's a family show. That little tramp, she said no about the first 10 times. After that little slut was screaming yes.
Oh, holy smokes!
Mike Modest and Cash.
You heard it, but
Might have
Jason
woke
Cash's
up.
daughter made the moves on Michael Modest.
You just woke up the sleeping giant, Disco Inferno.
Holy smokes! Did Greg Romero know that his girlfriend was hitting on Michael Modest?
Obviously not, but it looks like Cash might be getting disqualified here.
Wait, what is Romero doing in here?
Romero pulling off Cash. And now
Oh,
he's
wait,
going
whoa!
after Mike Modest.
That's the guy that got him to where he is. What an ungrateful little rat son of a you-know-what.
And Greg Romero and Cash are putting the boots to Mike Modest, and here comes some security taking him off.
Boy, oh boy.
But it looks like what happens is Mike Modest is going to win by disqualification.
Yes, it is. So Mike Modest is now a wrestler in FSW.
Thanks to Greg Romero.
Thanks to Greg Romero.
This match ends in disqualification. Your winner and still part of FSW, Michael Modest.
Oh,
You know,
wow.
got to give credit where credit is due. Mike Modest, dirtiest player in the game.
He managed to somehow wrestle his way back in the FSW roster.
And he knew he probably couldn't pin Cash.
I don't know about that, but I mean, you kind of made it known now that Greg Romero's daughter has the hots for him.
Well, he definitely took a shortcut and walked away with the victory. Michael Modest, once again, part of the FSW roster.
What a punk-ass move that was, Rock. You believe that little whippersnapper?
Well, I'm surprised Michael hasn't flattened his ass out. You know what I'm saying? The girlfriend thing, what's going on?
Now, she was on him. I was there. I saw it. So, I mean, during the match, here it was. He could have had him gone. He would have never been back in FSW, and now he is. Reinstated, Michael Modest.
Well, I got to tell you, Jack. I got to tell you, I know Joe's a little upset about that one, too.
Yeah.
You know why? He didn't want Mike back here at FSW. I had to do everything in my power to make sure he got that manager certificate.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of glad Joe put that stipulation on that match.
You definitely like firing him up whenever you can. And talk about fired up. Now that he's back in the locker room, I know he's tired of it, and it's the worst case scenario.
He's an angry
for Joe.
vet.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it, Jack. He is definitely an angry vet.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be you, Greg Romero.
And I wouldn't want to be you, Joe, when Mike goes hunting for the gold, because I know he's a big fan of gold belts. Now, speaking of gold belts, we're going to have several in there, and then the shot for everybody.
September 6th.
That's right, September 6th, Survival of the Fittest. It's all going down at the Silverton inside the Vale Pavilion. You got to get down there, an 8-man tournament to decide the #1 contender to take on Matt Hardy. Fans, you're going to see such greats in there. Some of the
Tyshawn Prince.
all the past champions will be in
Kenny
the building.
King.
Kenny King. And guess who else?
Brian Cage.
Brian Cage will be up there. Tyshawn Prince. It's all happening right there. Survival of the Fittest, September 6th, inside the.
Don't forget about Alcatraz.
Oh, that's right. That's right. The big boy, man, he wants that belt back, and he might get it real quick.
Since they were champions, they got an automatic ticket right into that 8-man spot.
That's
it's
right.
going to be exciting, fans.
And you want your automatic ticket to excitement? Fans, get it right now. It's at the Silverton, September 6th, Survival of the Fittest. Tickets are are on sale now. Contact Joe DeFalco. Get your front row going on. For Rocky T, I'm Jack Slammy. We'll see you again on the Lowdown right here on the YouTube channel, Future Stars Wrestling. Like it if you haven't already. We'll see you again.